You had a brief foray into magic. Is that correct, or am I misunderstanding?
Oh, well, yes. I mean, one of the first times I was ever on stage was at a magic show. It didn't go very well, but basically I was going to a very tiny art school in Pennsylvania called Keystone College, and are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I've been doing this a long time, and that guy's full of shit. That's one of those, I'll watch this later at the bar and hear my clap.
Well, anyway, it is a great school, and but I didn't have a car. It was a very tiny, tiny school, like 1,000 kids at the time, and I would always take advantage of any kind of entertainment that they had come, like, you know.
They would bring in entertainment. That's nice.
You know, like a caricature artist or a hypnotist, and I was always there. And then one day there was a magic show, and I was like, yes, like this is gonna be awesome. Very excited about the magic show, and I was walking to lunch, and this guy comes up to me, he's like, hey, you going to the magic show? And I was like, oh, of course I am. And he's like, hey, I'm actually the magician. Would you be able to help me with a trick? And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I just got discovered. This is the most amazing thing. And so I was like, heck yeah. So he takes me to where the show is going to be. And he's like, all you have to do is sit down like in this box and then lay down in the table. And that's it. And so he shows me what to do. It's a metal box and a metal table. I do it, no problem, easy, great. I am stoked I'm gonna be in the show. So I tell everyone, like I go to lunch and I'm like, guys, you're not gonna believe it, I'm gonna be in the magic show. Like, you guys gotta come. So I get all of my friends to go, and then we're sitting there and, you know, ready for the show to start, and I see the magician, he's like, okay, good. Like, kind of winks at me, like,
yeah,
you got this. And I'm like, I got you, man. And then it comes time for him to go, and now I will pick someone as at random. And I was like, oh no, I've just told everyone I'm gonna be in the show. And now I've just blown this guy's whole cover.
And he's pretending like, now who will it be?
And he didn't tell me not to tell anyone, so I was just like, oh no. So of course, I was not a performer at the time. I was so nervous. I start sweating, I'm shaking. I'm like, I've just ruined this guy's whole act. So I get up there.
He picks you. All your friends know, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you should have heard the crowd, like, wait a second, what, you know? And so then I get in there, and he's like, all right, all you have to do is, you know, sit down in the box, lay down on the table. I basically froze. I got so scared, I fall into a metal box into the metal table, which that sound is a very unique. If you've ever heard a human fall into a metal box into a metal table, it's really loud.
Yeah.
So and as I went down, I sliced my hand pretty badly.
Oh my God.
And so I'm laying on the table, and he says,
and he shuts the box.
well, he goes, are you okay? Do you want me to like call like, you know, paramedics or something? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just do the trick, do the trick. And I didn't know what the trick was going to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, he then closes up the box, and then he goes, and now I will put a sword through the box, and another sword. And he's like just putting swords through the box, and I'm listening while I'm holding my
And you're
hand.
safe because you're in a secret compartment.
Yeah, I'm in a table underneath. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
And so I learned something.
Yeah,
And
I just learned something. Yeah.
So I'm holding my bloody hand, and then, you know, at the end of the trick, he goes, and now, ladies and gentlemen, here she is. And I stand up, and blood is just gushing. And I look like, he looks like the worst magician in the world. And that was one of the first times I was ever on stage.
He's a murderer.
Yeah, it healed okay.
Now, you've been investigating all kinds of things. What have you wanted to investigate that you haven't investigated yet, or something that you just really want to get into?
I think we've already we talked about it. The first 4 episodes are going to be, I hope I can mention them, are dogs. I love dogs. I'd love to know more about dogs. And also fireworks. We may do.
Good combo, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dogs, fireworks.
Fireworks.
It always goes well.
Yeah. It's not going to be part of the same episode.
Oh,
Different
okay.
episodes,
Good.
yeah. Monsters and magic. Maybe magic. Yes.
Now, are you a guy that's interested in magic?
I like magic. Yeah, I've always liked magic a little bit. I was interested in Houdini early on. I read an article when I was a kid. And do you do magic?
I don't, no.
Do you know Johnny Carson did magic?
Johnny Carson, the great talk show legend of all time, was very good at magic. He was almost professional level magician.
That's right.
He did close-up work. He was very good at sleight of hand.
That's right. He produced The Big Chill in 1983. We went to his Malibu house, the cast, for an icebreaker. Did I ever tell you about that?
No. You went to Johnny Carson's house?
We did. And he was there for an afternoon and had a colorful sweater on, speaking of which, and he entertained us with some magic for a while. That's right.
Did you learn any magic? Did you?
I learned magic, and I knew might talk about this, so I brought something that I could possibly show you. Robert Altman, the great Robert Altman. Anybody know Robert Altman? I know Robert Altman.
And he was directed by Robert
I was
Altman.
in a Robert Altman movie.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Dr. T and the Women.
Of course you did, with Laura Dern.
And Richard Gere, yeah.
Laura Dern, I'm going to be reunited with in Jurassic World.
Oh.
We're going to, and Sam Neill and the current cast.
It all comes together.
It all comes together. In any case, I did this movie Nashville in 1973, and I learned a bunch of tricks that he said bring, and I learned some rope tricks, and the only thing that I've kept up with is my rope tricks.
Oh, I'd love to see a rope trick.
I could do a little series of rope tricks.
All right, here we go.
Here's, now watch closely. Watch closely. Here is a knot right there
Yeah.
that has disappeared.
Oh, look
what
at that.
happened to that knot?
Yeah.
Here also is a, that's certainly a, oh my gosh, that's certainly a knot, but what happened to that knot? Oh, did you hear the audible gasp?
This is like children at a party.
If you're now watch closely. If you're a magician like I myself, you can make an actual knot with, yes, with one hand.
Whoa!
That
was great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And then finally, when I was a kid, I used to, of course, just like you, get my shoes all, oh boy, they used to be disastrous like that, right?
Yeah.
But watch this, blow on this. Maybe you're magical too. Oh, what?
Incredible!
Thank you so much.
That was very nice. You know what? That is a talk show guest. People must ask you all the time, how do you do it? How do you do it?
Yes.
And I would think now we live in this new world of the internet.
Yes,
It's gotta be.
it's made people very cynical about magic. Like, I had a girl come up to me the other night after a show, and she's like, "Hey, Justin." I was like, "What?" She goes, "I know magic is fake." And I was like, "Me too. I know as well. That's my job." But she said it as if she thought that I thought I was a wizard. And I'm not a wizard. I don't have special powers. If I did, I would not be doing magic for a living. But I think that just because magic is fake doesn't mean it's not a great art form. I have a metaphor. I think that magic is like breast implants.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
We all know they're fake, but when done well, can give you a feeling of true wonder. So, the more you know.
I was hoping you were just going to stop at magic is like breast implants. Anyway, Conan.
Google makes it tough.
Google,
though.
I would say Google, people must go on
Because
Google.
Google is so good at what it does, people aren't used to ever needing to not know anything. But my job as a magician is to do things you don't know. I try to give you mystery. Google robs mystery. So Google is to magic what lights are to strip club carpeting. Okay? It takes... I feel like we finally connected. Yes. It takes all the mystery out of it.
Andy was right there.
Andy's with you. You could have finished that sentence. I can show you, because I'll do a trick right now. It's an okay trick, but then I'll show you how it's done, if that's all right. I'll
Sure.
do basically what Google does.
You're doing
Which is
now
just-
what every magician
Just
has
touch the
sworn.
back of one. Just
Touch the back
just
of
touch
one? Okay,
yeah,
bang,
that's
right
great.
there.
Take it. Look at it.
Okay.
Show it to the people. It's good that they see.
Are you not allowed to see?
It's the 8 of clubs I can see. That's all
Okay,
right.
yeah, there's a giant monitor. All right.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
pretend
know.
like I don't
I
see
don't
it.
know.
It's
Okay,
okay.
8 of
So
clubs.
8 of clubs. I've seen this before. So we shuffle it up a little bit here. And Andy, in a moment, I'm going to have you light a lighter. I have a lighter.
All right.
I'll say free bird.
Okay.
And you light the lighter. Deal? Conan,
Yeah, all right.
hold the deck in your right hand.
Right hand.
Perfect. In addition to the deck, I have a nice ripe black balloon. And
Yep.
I just tap it very subtly. And then Andy, Conan really
frightened me.
enjoys
That's
magic.
scary.
I hate magic.
The way you're holding that
Free bird?
balloon's real weird.
Free bird. Watch, we just heat it up and perfect. One card penetrates in the balloon, the 8 of clubs. Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Now,
So how does that work?
okay, so that's an okay trick. Okay?
That's a pretty good trick.
It's called the card and balloon trick. But the problem is that if someone sees that, I know if they go home and Google it, they'll probably figure it out because that is where I learned it. But the point is that it doesn't feel good to know. So I'll show you how I did it.
Okay.
Okay. So you pick the card. It doesn't
Yep.
matter what card Conan picks. The 8 of clubs. I put it on the top of the deck and I kind of gave it a little shuffle like this.
Right.
Makes you think I'm losing the card in the deck.
But sure
But
not.
Andy noticed it from the back. Look
I
at that.
did.
The top card doesn't move.
Yeah,
See
you
that?
just palm
The
it.
front side is total chaos.
Right.
Backside quite orderly. So by the end,
I was
the 8
going
of
to
clubs.
stop you, but I decided to let it go.
You're a
see
good
where this
sport.
goes.
That's
Yeah.
good. And then I handed Conan the deck, but after I handed him the deck, I palmed off the 8 of clubs. I palmed it. Yeah, there's no Santa. Feel this, people. This is the truth.
Okay.
And you held
but
the
how
deck
did you
up.
get it into that balloon?
You held the deck up as Conan's.
So far, I'm like, yeah, okay, but you
As-
got it into the balloon.
Okay, so while you hold up the deck, I then take the 8 of clubs and I palm it against the outside of a balloon like this, okay? Do not use a clear balloon, by the way. This
Yeah,
is
that balloon's
educational
gross.
purposes.
Oh, I see.
You see, I do that, which actually does nothing.
I
The lighter pops the balloon, it makes the card jump towards your fingertips. That's how the trick works.
That's fantastic.
It's okay.
I've never seen a magician, illusionist, what have you, do a trick and then say, and here's exactly how it
It's
works.
kind of a bummer. That's the thing. Conan, I have to, if you want, I can make it magic again. Here, watch. Here's the alternative handling.
Okay, that was
There we go, card and balloon.